Hello everyone,
Come back to my channel.
Runam Flower Chair. To my new subscribers, thank you for joining the family, and to my returning subbies, my day ones. Hi cousins, because we are a family here. So as you saw from the thumbnail and the title of the video, today I'm going to sit down and talk about tips on how to survive in India as an international student. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that you need to know, you should learn at least Hindi, which is the most common language spoken in India. It's not like, how do I put it? Like a lot of people, they use Hindi to communicate, like, and it's not really hard to learn. You should learn Tora, because sometimes you need to be moving around, or you want to go to the market to buy something and you can't even communicate with the person selling to you because of the language barrier. So the first thing that you need to know is Hindi. Okay, when you're in India, you should know how to bargain. That's the second thing. You should know how to bargain. When they say the thing is 500, tell them 20. Even like if it's something you see yourself like, no, the price deserves, but when they tell you 1000, tell them 250. Like, you have to bargain, because one thing about them, they'll obviously like charge you prices different from the nationals, so you need to know how to bargain. So on the bargaining part as well, like, you should also know how to negotiate, and you shouldn't feel shy about it. Like, sometimes they can be around, like, it can be around other African people, like, for them, if they can pay that money, good for them. But for you, like, imagine, like, you can see this thing, this is not the price. Like, this one day, let me tell you what happened. I was coming from school, and from school to where I stay is like 20 rupees, yeah. But now I pass through the market. From the school to the market is like 10 rupees, and from the market to my place is like 10 rupees. So I got in this rickshaw from the market to where I stay, and then I got down, and the buyer is telling me 20 rupees. I'm like, buyer, nahi, it does. He's saying no, beast rupee. I'm like, nah, it's not. Buyer, it's not. Don't try to scam me. So I just feel like you should know how to bargain and negotiate, and don't feel shy about it. And also the other thing, I just feel like that those seat buses, like, they move up and down, like almost every hour they'll be going to a certain destination. So for you to also save your money, I just feel like sometimes you should also consider using those city buses, because they're kind of like affordable. Like, affordable is the right word. Actually, they're cheap, because you'd find, like, from where I stay to the school, it's like 5 rupees. But if I use the rickshaw, it's 20 rupees. So that's like per day. If you use that city bus, you're saving 10 rupees. You just use 10 rupees to go and come back. But if you use rickshaw, it's like per day you want 40 rupees. At the end of the week, you want 200 rupees. And if you use the city bus, at the end of the week, you just need 50 rupees. So you save yourself 150 rupees. So I just feel like sometimes you need to put, like, that feeling of saying, oh, what will people think of me? Or this person will think, what would they say about me? Leave people alone. Just do you. Like, you want to save, yeah? And do the needful. Like, don't feel shy, don't feel scared, don't judge yourself, don't project things like, people will say this, people will say that. That's your brain telling you that, and you shouldn't project it on other people. The third thing that you need to know is, if you're still home and you're planning to come to India, then you should go on Instagram, search the name of your school, and try to, like, look for people who are already at that school. Like, let's say for me, I'm by Maradi University. You go on Instagram and then search Maradi University. It will suggest for you people who are at Maradi University. And when you see those people, you just, like, select those few ones that you feel like you have the same vibe with, and then you follow them, you start asking them questions, and you start building a relationship, so that when you come here in India, it's easy for you. Like, you have someone who's been in India and who's going to help you to navigate through anything that you're gonna face while you're still new. And the third thing that you need to know is like, when people look at you sometimes, it's not racism. I know some of them sometimes they really look at you in a very uncomfortable way, but sometimes, like, it's not racism. You should also understand where they are coming from, because some of these people, it's not like they're exposed and stuff. Some of them have never gone out of India and they don't even know there's someone with this skin color, there's someone who braids like artificial hair. They'll always be curious about you. Sometimes it's curiosity that makes them to look at you in that way, and sometimes we just tend to feel like it's racism. Yes, I understand some of them it's actually racism. You can actually tell the difference between curiosity and racism. But yeah, in most cases, some of those people, it's not like they're racist. They're just trying to understand, like, this person, like, that's, they're like trying to understand you. Another tip: don't get scammed, especially when you're planning to stay off campus, like to rent a house. You should always be careful of them. Like, you shouldn't pay money like before seeing the house that they're promising you, to say, okay, you stay at this place. You should first see the house, and when you see the house, then you can pay advance. You shouldn't like pay before seeing the house. That's the other tip. Other tip that I'm going to talk about is like, you should be open to making Indian friends. Like, you shouldn't have this mentality like, or I'm just gonna be hanging around with my African brothers and sisters. No, you should also be open to making Indian friends, because you don't know where life will take you. And besides, you stay in their country, so he or she knows their country way more better than you can. So, like, they'll be in a better place to help you. Even sometimes, like, when you're in the market and you feel like, no, I'm getting scammed here, you can call your Indian friend, bro, this and that, and then they'll help you. So, making Indian friends is essential as an international student who's staying in a foreign country. So, the other tip that I'm going to talk about is, don't stay on campus. Unless if you're on fully funded, because if you're on fully funded, then it's a must that you stay on campus. But if you are not and you're self-funding, I just feel like you should stay off campus, because you have a lot of freedom. You get to do what you want. You get to do what you feel comfortable with. You get to eat anything you feel like eating. You get to sleep anytime you feel like sleeping. You just have a lot of advantages staying off campus, honestly. Because being in campus, I don't know if all campuses are like that, but in Maradi University, by 9:45 you should be in hostel. And if you're not in hostel by that time, then just know you have penalty. Somehow it's good for your own safety, but the way they really treat you like kids sometimes, because let's say you're talking to a guy or something, they'll definitely come and try to ruin the conversation. They'll definitely come and try to make you guys to separate, like go your separate ways. So I just feel like when you have your own space, nobody is giving you rules. It's your own room, it's your own place. You get to give yourself rules. You get to live by your own rules. I just feel like that way you can enjoy your life in India way more than if you're in campus. Because I don't want to lie, when you're on campus, you'll be thinking a lot. Sometimes, sometimes like depression can actually hit you, because it's like the everyday thing. Like, it's the timetable to every day. Like, it's waking up, going to the canteen, from the canteen to the hostel, from the hostel to into classes. Like, you've been knowing your whole program for the day. But when you stay off campus, it's like you wake up, you plan your day, you go to school. After school, it's your decision to come home and cook, or you can go out and eat. Stuff like that. I don't really know how to fully explain the advantages of staying out, but staying out helps, but staying out doesn't mean like you have to be wild as well. Like you also have to live by principles. If you're from an African household, then we all grew up having house rules in a home. So I guess you should also have that self-respect for yourself. Like even though you're staying off campus, you should also give yourself rules to live by, right? Yes. So this is briefly what I had for you guys today. Hope this video was helpful. Hope this video is going to be helpful to anyone who was watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. See you guys in the next vlog. Bye.